Take it away, Nate.
Welcome to the ALC podcast. This is a podcast that we do every week, sometimes, if we can. My name's Nathan.
Hey, I'm Justin.
And I'm Allan.
And today, our podcast is all going to be about bread and varieties of bread and pastries. We're going to make a tier chart of... No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, that would be sick. I was hyped. I was hyped for like seconds.
All right. It's actually what I want to do. I want to do a stack rank of sci-fi video games. And originally I was thinking I'd do like a tier list or of sci-fi video games, but the trouble with that, I'm only really interested in like the S tier video games. And I guess like you could try to calibrate your tier list that way, but it seems like maybe like a stack rank would make more sense. I don't know. So I've just got this like list of like 20 or so sci-fi games. They're either single games or series. I thought we would just try to put them in order from like best to worst. So that's my plan.
Excellent.
Cool. Good plan.
All right. So I think I'm going to start with the ones that I don't even know, just because, yeah, I won't have much input on these. So one of them that I have here is The Outer Worlds. So have you guys played? None of us have played it, we can just throw that one out.
I have not played. It's going to be a lot of me saying I have not played this. So,
impression. Honestly, just completely doing this on hearsay is fine with me. Like I don't care. So like, has anybody even heard of it though?
Yeah. I've seen gameplay. I've seen other people play it. I just haven't played it myself. I think I own it. Fired it up.
Outer Worlds was crazy hype. It was like the big Obsidian space game. I watched some speed runs of it, and they just fucking completely broke the game. And I watched like the devs react to it, and it was hilarious because they're just like, "What the fuck?" It was super
like
hype.
Galaxy simulators. Is that what's going on, or like?
I don't think it's a Galaxy simulator. I think it's like a full on. It's like Obsidian game. Like they're big on like the action role playing games.
Okay. Wait, is that the studio that made
They made Fallout New Vegas. They made
Right.
What else did they make?
I was gonna say Mass Effect actually.
They did Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, Neverwinter Nights, Fallout New Vegas. They did South Park: Stick of Truth, Skyforge.
I didn't Stick of Truth.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. So right now, Outer Worlds is going to number 1 because it's the only thing.
Okay.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Or does this overlay support that?
Actually, you know what I could even do? That was like deafening. I can share this.
I'm gonna try and think of a way to do this.
I mean, like I was thinking share your screen, so it would be good for the viewers.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So, let's do that. Let's share the screen. I click this share screen button. Wow, it's just like I'm in a Zoom call. Okay. That's the wrong screen. Actually, maybe I should just put it on this screen, and that way I get to like look at the camera still. Okay, I'll just do that same thing. Okay. So basically, yeah, it's just like a Google sheet.
This actually works. Hold on, let me. This works less than I thought.
Oh, because now there's 4 things. Should I turn off my camera?
No, hold on. Oh wait, no. There we go. Aha.
Okay. Okay. So next one I've got here is Portal. So this is like both Portal games.
Portal is straight S tier.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just one of the best games of all time, actually. So I'm just gonna drop that ahead of Outer Worlds. I don't think there's that much discussion to be like. We'll probably have to come back to it later,
I
comparing
mean,
it with other games.
Portal's like Half-Life and a bunch of other type of Valve games where it's just even if it's not good today, it's just it was just so innovative and so good and so impactful when it came out that it's just like you have to respect like the history and the innovation, the things it did.
So I know this is one of my more controversial gaming opinions, and it might be surprising to people because I am a huge Portal fan, but I have just never been a Half-Life fan. There's,
Wow.
yeah.
One of my first big Reddit posts was in a subreddit that I really like called True Gaming, and I posted, I was like, hey, I just played Half-Life for the first time. Here are my thoughts. And I played Half-Life 1 because I wanted to play Half-Life 2 because Half-Life 2 was super hype. And it was like a lot of the stuff I said, people were talking about, oh, this is just how it was at the time, and like it was super good, and you just kind of have to like deal with it. Like
I even kind of had that. I think you're describing like a disappointment, basically. It's like, and you don't have the context to know that it's a classic. You don't know that that was like the foundation everything else is built on. So it seems like blasé, right? Like but it just kind of disappointed. But I even had that experience playing Half-Life 2 though, and my sense of it was like, it seemed like the game design was just built to create this very specific feeling as you played it, which to me felt like it was trying to put you in this like ditch with people at the top of the ditch like shooting at you, and you're just supposed to like run down the middle of the ditch like It seems like the whole game was just like doing that.
Well, the thing with Half-Life is that like people talk about so much about like how good the story is, and for the Half-Life story, I didn't get that at all. Like, I don't know what the fuck the story's about. And I posted that in my post. I was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I was like, I guess it kind of makes sense because you're just kind of like a scientist and shit starts blowing up. So, if you're really playing as Gordon Freeman, you don't really know what the fuck's going on. You're just trying to survive. And I guess in that context, it makes sense. But
so we're putting Half-Life below Outer Worlds because apparently we just don't like it.
Okay, no, hang on, stop. Right. Half-Life isn't okay. This is Half-Life 1.
Half-Life 1.
But for the ranking, we're just kind of talking series and like I guess.
Okay, we're talking series. Okay.
I don't think we can talk series. I think you have to talk individual.
No, there's no way we can talk series. No shot.
No, we're talking the best, your favorite game in the series. That's what we're ranking it off of. We're not like averaging. We're just.
You can't do that.
Why not?
Because we're going to be talking about completely different games. Like, I don't even think you guys have played Half-Life Alyx.
I have the VR one. No.
Yeah, the VR one is sick. Oh my god, it's such a good game. Like, I really like Half-Life 2. Half-Life 1 sucks. Like, I feel bad saying that. I really enjoyed it at the time. It was really revolutionary at the time. And I can appreciate it for that and like its nostalgic value in that. But it does not play well in 2023. Even Half-Life 2 only kind of sort of plays well in 2023. But
I didn't like it when it came out.
What?
I didn't like Half-Life 2 when it came out. I don't know. Like, I just like, okay, I put like a bucket on the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, if it's going to be a puzzle game, actually make it a puzzle game. I don't know. I love Portal. Portal's amazing. But I just like...
I mean, like, you get the gravity gun, and then you get the enhanced gravity gun. You can just shoot, like, at your enemies. Like, how can you beat that?
Maybe it was unfair to me, because I didn't even get that far. So.
I don't know. I played Half-Life 2 and all the episodes. I don't know. I played a shitload of Half-Life 2. Well, not a shitload.
Okay. So I did actually forget about that. That actually is probably like one of the best and most detailed VR games, right? Like, so I don't know. I guess we can put it.
What, in terms of VR games, isn't it like the most VR game?
I'll put it above this game that none of us have played.
Doesn't it not utilize like VR to the most VR?
I think it's pretty good. Like, what's like a good comparison game?
Like the most popular VR games I know is like the VR Chat, the VR Blade game, and VR Alyx. Like VR ports, like I know Skyrim has a fun VR port, but
Yeah, you have to mod the fuck out of it to be playable. Once you mod it, it is the best Skyrim experience you can get. Um, but before you mod it, it is not good. Um, no, like it's a very how can I even explain it? It's very immersive. Like I think that a lot of VR games, fuck, I'm trying to figure out how to explain it because like if you haven't experienced VR or like played a lot like a good amount of VR, it's really hard to describe.
Yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
mean, during COVID, I was I got the Oculus. I was doing like Super Hot and Beat Saber and stuff. Like,
oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, like in a lot of VR games, you have like presence, like you're in that room, whatever that is. But like, I think a lot of them fail to get presence and immersion. If you know what I mean, like immersion is just like, hey, I have become one of the controls and I'm just doing the thing and like I'm in the game, like in my mind. Um, and then presence is just like, hey, I'm in this room, like I'm doing the things, um, like you can't get presence with like a traditional game, but you can get it with like a VR game.
You know,
Um,
I actually have a pretty strong association between playing on in VR and just like completely panicking about COVID. They're very correlated for me.
man,
That was like my like first month, like oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Like try not to think about it thing.
interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? Hot take, like I enjoyed COVID. I had a good time. Like, it was
There's a
like,
certain coziness. It's not all bad. There's a certain coziness to that, right? It's like,
yeah,
yeah,
Honestly,
like
it's like the ground is lava, but it's like outside is lava.
honestly, COVID didn't make much of a difference in my life. Like I still had to go in the office. There was less traffic, which was fucking awesome. Um, I think I traveled during COVID. Like,
you went to like a concert or something, right?
no, I don't. I think I was planning on going to a concert, but we ended up. Yeah, and I flew to LA. This was like 8 or 9 months into COVID, maybe a year into COVID.
COVID had a huge impact on me. I like kind of panicked. I started like gambling with like options and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
didn't you skip the line for vaccination a little bit?
Oh
did I
yeah,
do
dude.
what?
No, I got vaccinated. Like COVID got announced. Like everything got shut down. I think in what December of 19.
Um, no, it started getting shut down in February of 20.
It's okay. Everything got shut down in February of 20. I got vaccinated at the end of February 20.
You did not. It
I
was not that fast.
it was
I
super
didn't
fast.
have to do that.
Let me get my COVID card.
See, how did COVID cards just become this phenomenon? Like, I just wanted the vaccine. I've lost like 4 different COVID cards. It's like I just don't care about the card. I didn't know that the card was going to become this standard document for like
It's
I don't
so
know for
stupid.
everything.
Like, you can throw maybe like 5 figures at a dev team, and they could create a website that like just tracks all that shit. Like, I don't know.
That's what I was
I don't think it would be
expecting.
difficult for the government to contract that out and say like,
And
hey, guys,
then
put your
that
shit.
card became like the source of truth. It's like cardboard card, right? Like
Yeah, like
Okay. Okay. So you said the world got shut down in February of 20.
yeah.
Okay. I don't remember it being like that. I don't remember it being like a year till the vaccine came out. I thought the vaccine came
No,
out
it
like
was like a
3 months.
fucking year.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. That I guess that makes more sense because I got vaccinated January of 21.
okay, that tracks. Like I got vaccinated, I think it was like April or May, and I was like I was on that like a fucking hawk. Like I had to fucking hit all the websites. I drove like 2 or 3 hours out to get fucking
yeah,
vaccinated.
just I remember looking at that list of like exceptions to like the wait list and being like, do I smoke? Could I smoke?
I also considered picking up smoking and or just why?
I just went to Delaware. I just went to Delaware and got it. Like they're just like, okay, welcome to
That the
Delaware.
only thing you did?
Huh?
Was that the only thing you did?
Yeah, like I was prepared to lie. They didn't even
Okay.
ask any questions. They literally asked no questions. Um, like I was prepared to be like, hey, I'm essential worker, which technically I was, but then I was like, hey, I know all these doctors at these places, and I have to like go in like the medical offices to work, which would have been the lie. But they didn't even ask. I just showed up and they gave me the vaccine.
I mean, yeah, it could be that somebody missed their appointment. They're gonna like throw it out otherwise or something. So
No, I
yeah.
registered for it. I registered, reserved it, and just like drove like 2 hours to like Wilmington to get it.
Yeah, like Delaware had an excess for like the first couple weeks, months, something like that.
Mhm.
But like that's when it was like still restricted to like healthcare workers only.
Mhm.
And somehow Allen just got it anyway. I don't know how he did.
They didn't ask any questions. Like
I mean, I guess, man, if they didn't ask, you didn't have to tell them.
the problem was like I remember so many states, including Maryland, which is kind of shitty because our governor was really leading the charge with like keeping all the states like responsible during COVID and all that sort of shit. Like Hogan was going really hard on all the other like governors and shit to.
Well, he tried to get all the. He had this like crazy plan where he was directly dealing at a state level with like foreign governments.
Yeah.
And then, like, apparently that whole thing just completely failed. Like, it was this giant, like, thing where he sent the state troopers to guard the plane as it landed to keep the feds from getting in the way. And he was like, I'm, like, Larry Hogan, like, going, like, back with Maryland. And at the time, I was like, I guess that's kind of cool. But, like, the whole thing was stupid. Like, those things didn't even work. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess
I thought it was funny. But no, like our governor was like I think he was like the chairman of like all the governors like dealing with COVID and like he was trying to do all this shit. But at the state level, we were just handling the vaccines so insanely poorly. Like they were straight up throwing them away. Like if someone missed a reservation, they wouldn't like there was no wait list in the early stages. They would just throw everything away. And I was talking to people and they were just like, yeah, they just keep throwing shit away, so we have no idea when anyone's gonna get vaccinated. If you can figure out some way to get it, just get it somehow. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to Delaware.
Yeah, that shit was so fucking poorly organized, like on the outset. I mean, they eventually got it together and just said, "Fuck it, give everyone all the shit."
Right.
I got I went to the mass vaccination site for my first and second shot.
Oh, did you really?
Was it like a stadium?
It was the baseball stadium in I want to say Hagerstown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
sorry.
living in Virginia at the time, but that like the Maryland one like popped up sooner. So
Yeah, I derailed this like mega hard. All I was trying to say was that like I really enjoyed COVID. I really enjoyed not having to socialize and having zero pressure to do so. Like in fact, like I should stay inside and just guilt free, just like binge game all day. Like it was great.
so that there was like a sleepover kind of like cozy vibe to the thing, but like there definitely was this like surrounding sensation that I had that like of imminent doom. So it was like a imminent doom sleepover. Or maybe not imminent doom, like eventual doom. I don't know. Anyway, so the next one here that I've got is Final Fantasy, and so I don't know. Maybe this is a problem with the format, but I was thinking like you would just like pick your favorite. I don't know. We can fill in more specific games.
This maybe say Final Fantasy because that's gonna be a long discussion.
Final Fantasy games are completely and utterly different. Like, I don't think you can lump.
But okay, so here's my point. Like,
and like
so
beyond.
the impact that a series has on your life, it's defined by the best game in that series. Because if a series has a bunch of garbage games, you don't play them. Like this is what I mean. Maybe some people do, but like I would say like if a series has a bunch of garbage games, just don't play those, and then just play the good one, and then that's like the net effect that series has on your life. If for like a reasonable person, that I guess that's my take on it.
Nate, can you give me access to that Google sheet?
I think I did.
You
get the link?
I did get the link. Do it from your phone so you don't mess up the stream.
Oh, it's in this thing.
But
does that not work?
The link you sent needs access, so I'm requesting access. Just check your phone. A Google Drive thing will pop up on your phone. But real quick, back to Half-Life.
I'm just gonna do it here.
There was a lot of stuff in Half-Life especially in
Did
the
that?
first one. Yes, that worked. Thank you.
Okay.
Especially in the half one, in the first one, that it was just shit that doesn't happen anymore. Like just the running, like the old school FPS run where it's like feels like you're running on glass and like your momentum carries in a really weird way. Like that's just shit that doesn't happen anymore because they don't design games like that.
Yeah, they don't.
Halo 1 had a bit of that. I actually kind of like that. It made things feel heavy, like
Mm-hmm.
Halo 1 had a bit of sliding like that.
Yeah, back when they didn't like cap your backwards movement speed, so you
Right.
just run backwards the whole game.
Mm.
No, I mean, like I take that criticism, like that kind of is a product of the time. But overall, I still think it's like I don't know. I have like nostalgic value for it, but yeah, Half-Life One doesn't play super well. I think Half-Life Two is a really
Oh,
good game, and then Half-Life Alex is like the pinnacle of VR right now, probably.
but we're not putting it ahead of Portal though, are we? 'Cause I wouldn't.
I would not. I think
Okay.
Portal and Portal Two are too good.
Leave it there. Okay. So for me, Final Fantasy. I mean, it just kind of going off like the best experiences that I've had with it. Uh, I think it's like there is a whole nostalgia element in Final Fantasy that like they just I feel like they just do better than anybody else, and I think it's partly just like tropes of JRPGs that have kind of like honed in on like how to do that. And like so my opinion is like really I think if you play like lots of JRPGs, you start to see the pattern. You're like, okay, like, and then they'll bring in like the nostalgia thing, and then they have like the girl that you knew from childhood, or like whatever. And it's like you kind of see like how the sausage is made a little bit. But if you just play like one JRPG, it actually just this it's actually just amazing. And for a lot of people, that's Final Fantasy VII, and for a lot of people, that's just a super amazing game. So I don't know. I think I think I'm feeling right now that that's going to go above Portal. Although I'm a little bit conflicted about it.
Fuck. So
I mean, in terms of innovation, Portal almost made its own genre. In terms of innovation,
I mean,
Final Fantasy.
hang on. I'm going to take contention with that. Did it make its own genre? Are there Portal clones?
I mean, it's not about. It doesn't matter if it has to be
There are
clones.
sort of okay. There's Antichamber. That's kind of like a Portal
Like
clone.
the puzzle FPS. Oh, okay, okay. I can take that. I can take that.
Yeah, I mean, and that they don't have to be clones. Like you can make your own genre. It's like even if no one else goes into it, it could be like so niche or like so difficult to make shit in it that like no one
I'd
else
say
does.
Stanley Parable's also in that genre, and that game's actually kind of hilarious. Apparently, they kept on adding more content to that game too. Um,
Um,
but yeah, but I guess what I'm keying off of here is like I'm just keying off like experience. That's what I'm trying. Like, what of these things? Like, what is the experience that I find like most valuable? Um,
I
and
mean,
that to me, it's like the impact. I'm actually not. Yeah, I guess I don't know if I am that concerned about how influential it is from that perspective. I mean, if it creates a very strong experience, then it should be influential. But I don't think it necessarily always would be. I don't know.
for me, Portal, and Portal Two were like fantastic, like great one-time run-throughs. But I never ever really. I think maybe I played each of them another like half a time. Like played my favorite puzzles a couple times. Um,
And it's like Portal. It's like Portal. It drew the scope of Portal was very clearly defined, and then like they just completely nailed it.
mhm.
And I feel like Final Fantasy. I feel like it's just kind of trying to make more of an emotional connection with people, which is something like. And there's some Portal actually kind of has.
I
Portal's
mean,
kind of like witty, right? It's kind of like there's some irony
I
there,
don't
right?
think
Like,
so. I think if you're talking about emotional connection, like people were dying about the companion cube. Like, talk about
but that
strong
the
emotion.
companion cube that was like a joke though.
It
So
wasn't.
it's a joke about how the game didn't have that whole dimension. I feel like.
It wasn't just a joke. Like the companion cube was your love interest. It was like Wilson in Castaway. Like it was a legit. Wilson was a legitimate character.
It was literally an object for you to pour your love onto.
It would, yeah. I don't know. I think what it did better than anything else did, but it just wasn't doing as many. I mean, Portal was also doing things that Final Fantasy wasn't do. To be fair, though, because like, Final Fantasy, like they'll have puzzles, and the puzzle in Final Fantasy is like, oh, you have to go down this hall, and then you have to go back again. Well, like that's like the Final Fantasy part, but like.
I know Final Fantasy X, like the Aeon Chambers had decent puzzles. I don't remember exactly what you had to do. I think you took like a bunch of spheres and like moved the spheres around the different sphere grids. But I mean, I replayed almost every Final Fantasy that I enjoyed. Like I said, I replayed Portal maybe half a time each, and I played like the Portal co-op a bunch. But
it's really, yeah, honestly it's really tough for me to say, but I just think like I think just from the nostalgia value, like I just don't know if I can put Portal ahead of Final Fantasy.
There's just too many hard hitters in the Final Fantasy series compared to Portals 2. I don't think they're too.
Okay. See, this is why I don't like this format. Like, if I had to pick 7, just 7.
No, pick your favorite.
A formative enough game for me personally that I would just put that above maybe everything else in this list. But
I mean, that's basically what I'm doing too.
Yeah, but like as a series, I don't know if I can do that. But I guess the format is like pick the top game.
No, like it's like it's about the strongest experience that you have with it.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I mean, if it's my strongest experience, then yeah, sure, it goes to the top. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Like the thing is,
I say that, and I didn't even beat 7. I didn't even beat 7.
You never beat it.
I never beat it. I got to the computer and then stopped because I was like,
you didn't want it to end.
Yeah, I guess
that's bullshit. All right, Justin.
Yeah, no, I agree. I need to find my save file from
when I moved to the new place. I'll even get my old PlayStation with my old fucking 3-disc Final Fantasy VII. I'll fucking sit you on the TV, come over.
It's on Steam
twice a week. Well, the Steam version is the PC version. It's not the PlayStation version.
What's the version I played?
Like in 97? Like you actually played this PC version in 97?
There's PC version and there's PlayStation version, and the PC version and PlayStation version are different slightly, and the PC version is moddable.
Wait, Nate, did you play the PC version in 97? This is an important question.
It was it didn't come out in 97. It came out in like 99 or something.
Oh, in 99 or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, I played it before middle school.
Wow. Okay, that's cool.
I think I might have had the PC version at some point. No, Russell had the PC version, I think.
Did he really?
Yeah, he had like the big. He had both the PlayStation and the big box PC version.
It didn't come out that long after the PlayStation version.
Yeah. It was almost like simultaneous release. I remember playing the demo on PC before I played the PlayStation one.
Let's see. Release PlayStation 97, Windows 98.
See, it was 97, motherfucker.
What the fuck? The PC version came out in Japan in 2013.
Really?
Yeah.
They never got the PC version?
Apparently not. So
crazy, dude.
So,
I guess PCs weren't as common over there, but like Jesus.
Original launch was in Japan of January 31st, 97. Then NA in September of 97. UK in November. UK and EU in November of 97. Then an international version came out in October of 97. Then the PC version for NA and EU in 98. Japanese PC version in fucking 2013. Jesus Christ.
That's fucking wild, dude.
One thing that I think I kind of I did beat Final Fantasy VII, but I couldn't beat all the weapons. And I'm not sure if I'm right about this, but at the time my understanding was I didn't get the barrier materia at a certain point in the game. And then after a certain point in the game you can't get the barrier materia anymore.
Yeah,
And
there were
without
so many lockouts. Like if you just missed something in a game, like it was just gone forever. And a lot of the time, those things were like mega important.
Yeah,
Like
like you had to do the perfect sequence in space to get the master summon materia, which makes life a lot fucking easier. Because you could put like quad materia on the master summon materia, and then just get 4 summons every turn.
yeah, if you fucked up in that, you just had a fucked up build, and you were just never going to beat like certain enemies because they would just one shot you.
Um,
I think the fear of those lockouts really did add something to that game, though. It just made it seem there's like a visceral, like that fear was like part of what made that world so real. Because that's like how real life is. I don't know, right? Like,
Yeah.
so,
Okay. All right. I'm gonna be straight. Like, I really enjoyed Final Fantasy VII when I first played it. Um, I I really enjoyed like doing the summons. Like it was just a really cool sequence. Like you had this like really cool cutscene that took like 30 fucking seconds where the dude would like just show up and he would blow up the whole fucking planet and it would do like 30 damage. But it was really cool. I really liked it. But if I had to go back and play it today, I don't think I could play on anything other than emulator because I have to be able to skip those cutscenes.
yeah, in the remake, yeah.
Like it was really cool when I was a kid to watch that over and over and over and over. But as an adult, it's just like I am wasting my life. Like this is waiting the game.
um, I remember I rented Final Fantasy 7 like twice from Blockbuster, and I played with my brother. I think in like the like 97, 98, and like we just couldn't get past the first Scorpion boss like in the fucking reactor. But
Damn,
I,
get
I,
fast out.
I like, but see, at the time, like I was just like we were playing completely different games. Like we were just not used to like the whole RPG thing. So like just like,
Oh
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no fucking idea. Like was like what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. The way I relate to that is like the way I played StarCraft, like when I was a kid, because it's like later I learned like how people actually played StarCraft, and you're actually trying to like get your production going.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the way I played it, I would like build a factory, then I'd build like a tank, and be like, cool, I got a tank, and then I'd like drive my tank around. It's like I just like wasn't, yeah, I just
See, like the way I played it was I played money maps only.
hmm.
So like I had my main base, I put about 50 workers before I do anything else, and then I make one of every building, and then like 40 factories, and the only thing I build the whole game is Goliaths.
Hmm.
Um, I don't fuck with anything else, but I'm cranking those things out. But I have all the rest of the tech tree if I ever wanted to use it.
Yeah, I think I just like I played StarCraft when I was so young. I just didn't understand the concept of macro at all. I just wanted to like click the thing around, and then the guy would say like, "Oh, I'm going like right on," and I'd be like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it was like when we were playing like Warcraft 2 and like Command and Conquer as kids. Just like, oh, all right, you just got to tech up to T3 and everything. Just doesn't matter how long it takes. Tech to T3 everything. Get out the biggest units, then like storm a giant army.
because I played StarCraft before Brood War actually, and I don't think I even ever actually did play Brood War. Just random. Anyway, all right. So the next one I got here is Deus Ex.
Well, hold on. I have one last thing to say about Final Fantasy, and that's the fucking music. The music
Mhm.
is so good. And
I put it on. I put it on when I'm working. If I'm like depressed while I'm working, I'll be like,
and
Final Fantasy music time.
I'm looking at this list, and there's like maybe two other things on this list that have anywhere close to the level of music, and this is only like one notable track each. Whereas Final Fantasy has like literally dozens of tracks where you put it on and you're instantly transported like back to the world. Um, and a lot of people don't realize like how fucking good the music is up to like Final Fantasy 9 is amazing. Like absolutely amazing. After 10 it gets kind of shaky cuz they change up. I think Uematsu leaves around Final Fantasy 9, I
did
think.
he leave? Really?
Yeah, dude, I I'm still super mad about this. I shouldn't even bought this cuz the game was garbage. I literally played it for 5 minutes and never played it again. But I
What,
bought
nine?
no. I bought Final Fantasy 13 2.
Oh,
I bought the collector's edition. It comes with like a 6 CD like OST, and it is a garbage OST, like garbage OST. It's so bad, and that's the one that like came with this fucking limited edition shit. Okay, it looks like Uematsu does work on 10 and 11. He only worked on one song on 12. And did a little bit of work on 14, but no other Final Fantasy up until 15. I think 15 was a bunch of different people, so I think he made only 1 or 2 tracks for 15. But that's it. I think he also worked on Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I don't see that here. Yes, here. He did Final Fantasy VII Remake too. But yeah, after 10, 11, fucking music turns to garbage tier. But yeah.
So
10 had some good tracks.
10 had good tracks.
The thing is, I think we'll have opportunities to get back in Final Fantasy because we're gonna have to compare it against other stuff.
Sure. All right. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Move along.
So, Deus Ex. I haven't played it, but I played it very, very briefly. It's like kind of like Cyberpunk before Cyberpunk. Kind of like, for some reason it reminded me of like Thief or something. Maybe the same developer as Thief. Is that right? I don't know. It seems cool. I don't have like a ton of experience with it, but my impression, I would rate it higher than Half-Life. I'm biased, so if you guys don't want to do that, that's fine.
Hell no, it's not going to vote Half-Life. It's a cool game. I played the first one.
So the first Deus Ex is a 2000 game.
Yeah.
And then like the big one that came out more recently in 2011 is Deus Ex Human Revolution, which like
I was actually thinking of the 2001.
Well, the 2001 is a Eidos, EIDOS. I never knew how to. I always said Edios, but I know that's wrong. It's just how I pronounced it as a kid.
Is that with those like French studios or something?
Yeah, it's the Canadian one.
Okay.
They made they did make Thief, Nate. They made Deus Ex, Thief, a bunch of Deus Ex stuff. They made Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is really good.
All right, I won't fight about the Half-Life over Deus Ex thing. I have very little attachment to Deus Ex. So, okay. And okay, now we got BioShock, which I have played a little bit.
Yeah, I played some BioShock. I can't get into it. Like, I don't know what the deal is. I've fired it up like 3 or 4 times, and there's something about it that feels clunky to me, and I don't know what it is.
I have only a couple hours in BioShock 1, because I wanted to play BioShock 2. So I have all these BioShock games, but I never really played them. I played only a couple hours in BioShock 1, never got to BioShock 2 because I didn't beat BioShock 1. But I played BioShock Infinite, and that was awesome. But the gameplay was okay, like the setting was okay, but the story was really, really cool. I liked the sort of, I think it was Booker was the player character, and I forgot the girl's name.
I think I'm with Justin on this one.
Elizabeth.
I do have some memories of playing it, which is weird because I don't remember getting it, but I definitely have some memories of playing it. And I remember enjoying the setting, and like there's this like laboratory that I'm going into, and I'm like, oh cool, I'm gonna like discover something cool in this laboratory. And then like there was this like boss fight. I just didn't feel like it made sense. It felt like they just like put it in there. Like I don't know.
I would put it over Deus Ex.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right, so now we've got Halo. And there's probably hard to say there's a game that's more influential in my life than Halo, because like I was just obsessed with this game entirely. But
yeah, but isn't it also one of the most disappointing games of your life?
I had like a real anger problem with like the net lag on it. Like I don't know. If it was like the most important thing in my life, then like I just like couldn't accept the fact that like it didn't have consistent behavior. It was just miserable. So in hindsight, it just shouldn't have been. This really shouldn't have been. But like when you're a teenager, like is there even a better option to like center your life around? What are you gonna focus on school? Like, I don't know.
I mean, like we played the fuck out of Halo 2. Like Halo 2 was like it was you could finally do it without playing Xbox Connect. Like much less lag.
We played the fuck out of Halo 1 too. Um,
Yeah, I remember playing, like, Daniel would come over and we'd fucking hook up this stupid ass Xbox Connect and play with fucking like 200 millisecond lag. And you just have to figure out like how bad the lag is that game, and you just have to learn how to shoot in the lag.
Yeah, lag shoot, hell yeah.
that was fun. Yeah, no, I like that. That was like Hamachi before Hamachi. I think it actually was just a general like LAN, like virtual LAN. I think it works for Xbox Connect, but you probably could have done other stuff too.
But then Halo 2 came out. It was on Xbox Live. Halo 2 like probably saved Xbox Live. Just sheer amount of people on it.
Like it started Xbox Live. Let's
Right.
be real. Like
Right.
I think there were like 2 other games that were on Xbox Live at the time.
I remember them exactly. Yeah, so the launch game for Xbox Live was Mech Assault.
Was it Mechasol? I thought it was this like stupid playing game.
I'm pretty sure it was Mech Assault.
Okay.
If
And it was like
if it
their
wasn't
arcade.
Mech Assault, if it wasn't Mech Assault was like the freebie game that they were giving out or something like that.
In my memory, that was the first Xbox Live game. But the first like kind of more serious, like the first FPS like shooter that wasn't like very arcadey like Mech Assault was Ghost Recon. And I played all these games. I was like very into Xbox Live. So I just played Mech Assault, and then as soon as Ghost Recon was available on Xbox Live, I was playing the shit out of that. I remember like that game was actually not well built enough to really support competitive play, but we tried. We formed this clan, and I remember like we would just set up clan matches online, and I still remember the clan match. It's like that game was actually very realistic because what the strategies that worked for the online in Ghost Recon probably would have worked in real life too. Because what I did was I like went prone by this bridge, and I was like, okay, if they want to cross this bridge, they're gonna have to come by here. And then I just camped there for like an hour. Like I'm not even kidding. I just like camped there for an hour, and like eventually like. I don't know. Like this is the thing you can do if you're like 11 years old and like you have no other obligations with your time. I don't know.
But Halo super influential. Halo recently super shite. Like
I haven't really been paying attention to the new Halos as much.
I had a lot of fun in Halo Reach, like the story and stuff. Halo Reach multiplayer I played for a little bit. But then Halo, what was after Halo Reach? Halo 5?
I think I did get into Halo 5 a little bit.
So after Reach was 4. So it was like 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, 4, 5, and then Infinite.
I don't even remember what the story of 4 was. Was the story of 4, was that the one where Cortana gets captured by the wizard?
Cortana, yeah, basically.
And then 5, I remember 5 was like the one where you have to go like fight the ancients. 4 and 5, I did like the 5 story in that like you'd be switching back from like the alpha team and the beta team. But the overall story I don't think was that great. The multiplayer in 5 was terrible. I didn't even finish the story of Halo Infinite.
All right, let's not even talk about the shitty ones. All right, like 1 through 3, like we know what's good. Like
1 through 3,
Master Chief Collection games.
1 through 3, super solid.
I'd actually say in terms of quality, I'd say it would go 3, 1, 2 for the first 3. Like, I don't know.
Everyone hates on Halo 2, but I think that might be my favorite. Like the maps in Halo 2 were unbelievable.
There's just like a butteriness. There's like a butteriness that like if you're really trying to like soak it in, it's like Halo 2. It's got these like jagged edges to it that like I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it.
I think Halo 3 excuse me, Halo 3 on Halo 2 maps would have been absolutely unreal. And I know they kind of remade the Halo 2 maps on Halo 3, but they weren't.
Oh, that was one thing. That was one of the worst things about Halo 3. They really messed up lockout in Halo 3. They did like the worst thing to lockout. They put these random boxes on the wall, and then they enabled physics for those boxes, and it made all these random right angles that would bounce grenades right back to you on like tactically important parts of the wall. Horrible. That was like one of the worst. That was, yeah. The game would have just been objectively better if they just disabled physics for those random boxes they built on the wall. But anyway,
I mean, like Halo 2 has like Counter-Strike level, like nostalgic and like perfect maps.
so the thing is, in hindsight, like I know Halo had a bigger impact on my life than Final Fantasy did, but in hindsight, just like me, just being completely obsessed with like killing everybody in multiplayer, like I just don't value it as much. You know, like so I don't know.
Now, like, I think that Halo is definitely the top game for me. Like, every weekend, I was hanging out with my friends. We were having a LAN party at someone's house. It was my house or someone else's house. It was at, like...
All right, I'm sold. Yeah.
Like,
right.
the social experience of Halo was amazing. Like, untouchable by anything then or since.
That's not true.
No? Okay.
So
On this list,
for me,
yes.
For me that's Halo 1. And then the net play for me was just kind of this descent into like I don't know, I don't know. Actually, no, there are good spots too,
Okay, like hopping on Halo 2, like Xbox Live, just seeing your friend and be like, hey, you need to get my party right now, and then hanging out with them for like the whole evening. That shit was fucking amazing. Like, that was actually magical. And then the voice chat where it had proximity chat where you chat with your enemies and shit talk them in real time. It's like,
you know, that's interesting, Justin, because like we for some reason, I don't know why, we never did Halo LAN at Indie LAN. It was always Indie LAN was about PCs, and I didn't actually know you were so into it.
like once.
Did once? Okay.
Yeah. But it was like me, you, and two other people.
I think maybe it was because Tori is into it. Tori was definitely like a PC gamer.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we all lugged our PCs, and like I just don't think people like felt like lugging like CRTs and shit too.
I was thinking we would probably do both. In fact, that's actually what I was bringing to Andy's house when I backed up into the pillar. Bring all the Xboxes.
I don't know. In terms of social stuff, I think WoW by far and away had more social impact on us than Halo. Although I guess you could argue it.
It's debatable. Yeah. Debatable.
Okay. Like as far as social impact, I definitely learned more from WoW than I did Halo.
Yeah, I mean just game theory for me as well. Like I learned a lot of shit.
Yeah, like learning about economies and teamwork and socialization and just like hopping on like Vent and talking about random bullshit while like just grinding. That shit was also amazing.
Yeah.
But as far as like the intensity of the experience, I don't know. WoW rating was pretty sick.
I mean, WoW's not even on this list, so Halo wins, I guess, by default.
These are all sci-fi games. That's the thing here.
Okay, all right.
We could. I mean, WoW's got no Moran.
No. Like it's fine. Like you can say all. All right. Yeah.
I mean, and the title is just Game Sheet. I guess I should too.
Okay. No. Okay. Halo is definitely number one on this list. Then. All right. I think we're all agreed on that, right?
Sure.
I suppose Final Fantasy is not entirely sci-fi either, but Final Fantasy VII definitely is, and that's what I was thinking about. So.
Sure.
Anyway, so now we got Cyberpunk.
Well, hold on. Again, the last thing, Halo is one of the other games I was thinking on here with the music, but it only has the one track, and that's like the Mjolnir or whatever song.
Bum.
Yeah, the opening theme.
Bum.
With like the orchestra.
I don't know. I think the music in Halo is pretty good. It's definitely not a neglected part of the game.
It's not neglected, and the music is pretty good. But in terms of like impactful songs, in terms of like, oh, I'm just gonna turn on the Halo OST, like to me, it only has like that one main song, which is like S tier song, especially in terms of like game songs, S tier song. But Final Fantasy just has too many games with too many good songs and too many good music.
So that bum 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 song, that's different from that menu choral opener song. We're like, which
No,
is
no, no,
probably even more iconic
no.
Halo.
That's the iconic song, but no, that leads into the bum 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 stuff. Like after they do the
Oh, does it?
then
Like, maybe.
when you hit like the start campaign or something, it goes like da 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 da. They might I think they might be distinct songs, but I remember them flowing into the other. Let's see. Sorry, that was my thing. Go ahead, Nate. Next on the list.
So now we got Cyberpunk.
I haven't played that shit.
I haven't played either. I'm just gonna put it.
I haven't played either, but it deserves some recognition because it was the most hype game I've ever seen in my life. I've never
So
seen
let's put it ahead of Bioshock then. Actually,
I mean, it was the most hype game, but also like was one of the most like not living up to the hype games that there's ever been.
Yeah, it was I've just never seen hype like that for anything. Like any game. I've never seen hype like that, and it was such a disappointment because it was optimized to shit and not even.
I mean, definitely the most hyped game of all time was Halo 2.
Definitely Halo 2. Like I was considering
Halo 2 was the reason to be alive.
Okay. Next game.
Dead Space. We got Dead Space here. I haven't played that either.
Dead Space too scary.
All right, I'm gonna put this ahead of Bioshock actually for no reason. Okay,
I would put it below Deus Ex.
Dead Space.
Yeah. Although it just got a remaster. I heard the remaster is really good.
So I remember just being offended by this game concept because it's like this is a game where you don't shoot them in the head, and I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's like boom, headshot. I don't know.
Some of the scenes I saw for Dead Space kind of reminded me of a game called Prey, which was really really fucking good. They actually.
I was kidding, by the way. It makes sense to innovate that, but like the muscle memory that I trained to go for headshots, I just didn't even want to mess with it. I just wanted to keep my headshots.
I think they remade Prey because I think Bethesda bought the studio. But the first Prey I played was fucking awesome.
All right, so I don't know. We're only going to be able to get through this list if we move it through the ones that we're not.
I didn't play. Wait, no, this is Knights of the Old Republic on the Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this was a sick ass game. Like, yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah.
Okay.
Really cool game. I have it on Steam. I kind of want to replay it, but I feel like the combat system is going to be much clunkier than I remember. It's probably
Isn't this also Obsidian? Is that right?
Yes, that was Obsidian.
Wasn't Knights of the Old Republic? That was BioWare.
Oh no, yeah, I'm mixing those two up. Yeah, it was BioWare.
Okay. So I actually did play this one. No, I haven't played all of them though.
Yeah, I played it specifically because it was a BioWare game.
I liked it.
Yeah, BioWare is the Mass Effect Dragon Age company.
For me, I put it ahead of Half-Life.
I haven't played it. I heard it is very good, and people have been waiting for a new Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh no, I'm talking about Mass Effect now.
Oh, Mass Effect?
It's okay. I would probably put it below below KOTOR.
Same company too.
Yeah, same company. I don't know, like the RP elements are really cool. Like I kind of like the Renegade other thing system.
It's like they had the vision of that like
I think
It's just a cool RPG. It's like they've got that hub with all the galaxy. They've got all the lore and all the different
yeah,
aliens.
the problem with this one is that they really shit the bed with the ending, like really just shat in everybody's mouth.
Well,
Um,
yeah, but I didn't play that one. I think I only
yeah,
played
I
like
know
the.
I didn't play that one either, but like it kind of ruined the series
Didn't
for
it
me,
end
knowing
up?
what the ending was.
What's that? Like it ended up being there's like 4 colors and you have to like I don't know. I
It,
heard,
like all the endings kind of just trail down the same path. Like you save humanity or you don't save humanity, everybody dies anyway.
okay, so
Spoiler
for
alert.
me,
Jesus.
I want to put it at number 4, but we can do this democratically though. So what do you think? I think Justin's saying number 6.
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying
was
number 4.
I mean, I would put it number 6, but
Okay.
because I know it's super popular, I know it's super influential, I know people fucking love the shit out of it. I know like the whole like N7 thing is really big.
Yeah, we can just 2 or 3 is
But
fine.
again, I never played it, um, so I don't know. Same thing with Horizon. Like, I've been I was about to pick it up the other day, not the other day, a couple months ago, when the Forbidden West came out. But then I think I heard it was going to be on like PlayStation Plus, so I didn't buy it. And then I don't know if it ever came to PlayStation Plus.
I actually did get it, but I didn't get into it. I got it for Michelle though, because apparently she really liked the first one, but neither one of us have played it though.
I haven't played it. I kind of want to play it, but I haven't played it.
It's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just put it there. Homeworld. Oh, I actually forgot this on the list. This game is so fucking cool. It's
Uh,
like there's different kinds of sci-fi, right? It's like Final Fantasy VII. It's kind of like campy sci-fi. All the characters are sort of like cartoons or whatever. And then it's like they'll draw ridiculous machines or whatever, and they'll just like put in ridiculous stuff. But this game is like it's like hard sci-fi. It's like serious sci-fi more so. Like, and I don't know. Sometimes it's just scratching an itch that like other games don't. It's like the concept art for this game, the campaign, the story, so fucking good. Fucking love this game.
I mean, it was made by Sierra, and I fucking love Sierra. Sierra made some of like the best games growing up. I loved it.
Yeah, it's hard to like. I paid like $200 for a Homeworld art book when they announced that they were like fundraising for a new game and they were like selling art books because it's like to me like having like a Homeworld having like a book of Homeworld art like in large print with like full color that just having that available is it's like having like a little piece of like magic. That's what it means for me. But like somehow like I missed some email and I like, didn't end up getting it. So
No.
yeah. Anyway, I would actually put this for me. This is like basically at the top of the list, just because it's so cool and like
Above Halo for you?
um. Well, there's a lot going into it, but I think just in terms of like, I think I'd put it here, because like, it to me, Homeworld is just like unassailable. Like I can actually kind of like sit down and play Final Fantasy and be like, all right, like that's campy, that's campy, that's campy, but I'm enjoying it anyway. But for like Homeworld is just like, it's just like unassailable. Like I don't know, it's like. But like I mean, it's just mainly a single player RTS, and like there's only so much of your life that you can fill with a single player RTS. So I don't think I can since like you're never gonna have like a LAN party with it or anything. But actually you could. There is multiplayer, but the multiplayer is like hard to do the multiplayer. Um, I don't know how well it really works as a multiplayer game.
yeah, I gotta defer to you on this one. I have no.
I mean, I wouldn't put it that high because I never played it, but I probably put it around the 5, 6, 7, 8 area. But I'm happy to defer to you to put it. I would at least put it under Final Fantasy. But
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. So okay, I'm trying to think. There's this new game like Sands of Carrick. And was that? Yeah, I don't know. I could put it under Final Fantasy. I don't. For me, there's not a huge gap between these two. So
I would say down one.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So now we got 40K. So there's a few different ones there. I guess if we're gonna focus on one, we might as well focus on Dawn of War.
As a slight aside to bringing up Warhammer and gaming and stuff, they made a genius business decision. What was it called?
Yeah, to just let anybody make a game, right?
Yeah. So what they did was, instead of licensing the entire Warhammer universe, which is a monstrously big universe, they just ended up like being like, okay, if anyone wants to like do something, go ahead and do it. We'll license you like a chapter of Space Marines, or like a couple like, you know, Tyranid hordes, or pick your favorite orcs, and we'll just license you like just a small section of the thing. And it ended up like there's now like fucking 50 Warhammer games, and very few of them use multiple factions. I think most of them have like, you know, the protagonist faction that you're playing, and then like the enemy faction that you're killing. But other than that, like, you know, it's all just like a small chunk of the universe, and just doing like a little bit of it. Like, what's the popular one right now? Like Dark Tide. I think you're just playing some like Imperial Guardsmen on a ship being invaded by something. I don't even know what you're being invaded by.
It's Dark Eldar. I saw some trailer with Dark Eldar.
But yeah, Dawn of War was crazy fun for me. Like, Winter Assault was such a good game. I did not like Dawn of War 2. I didn't like how they switched it to like a kind of like a Warcraft 3 like champion system.
I kind of like Company of Heroes like better than Dawn of War actually. So the thing about having that Warcraft 3 style is that is kind of true to the tabletop game.
Mm-hmm.
That is kind of how it worked, right? The Company of Heroes, I like where they built that RTS engine. That was awesome, and then Dawn of War was also good because it used that same engine, which was just very good, I think. Yeah.
I mean, I would personally probably put it over Mass Effect.
I go as far as to put it at number 5.
I don't think, like, even though I played Warhammer games more than Half-Life, I just don't think it's as impactful as Half-Life.
Oh, Homeworld also has good music, by the way, Allan. I think that's a big part of it too. Anyway, okay, sorry. What were you saying?
I will give it a listen.
Yeah, I have no frame of reference for the 40K games, unfortunately.
There's so many, dude. Just type Warhammer into Steam and just look at all the fucking things. I mean, a lot of them are DLC, but there's
I haven't even.
Okay, so I guess it's gonna be hard for us to decide if it should go ahead of Half-Life or not.
I would just put it around like the 6, 7, 8 area.
Okay.
I'll leave it to your discretion where you want to put it.
Oh, because that's Mass Effect. I guess I'd put it below Mass Effect. I don't know. I forgot Mass Effect was down there. I would have put Mass Effect above Half-Life. I forgot it was all the way down there. Okay. So now we got System Shock. Honestly, this is the one in this list. I don't even know what it is. So.
System Shock was, according to this, a groundbreaking 1994 video game that's getting re-released in 2023. It's not re-released. It's a remake. But it looks like a 90s. I don't know. I don't even know what this is. Like a 90s wireframe cyberspace game, first-person shooter.
Oh, is that the one you're driving the tank around?
Yeah. Have any of us played System Shock?
No, unless you.
Okay,
have.
let's just put it at the bottom.
All right. Fuck that game.
But according to this, it was revolutionary.
Oh yeah, I hear good things about it constantly. I just have no idea what the good things are. So XCOM. I think you guys have both played XCOM, right?
No.
Allan, have you played XCOM?
I think When I think XCOM, I think of Daniel Cox actually, because I think Daniel Cox.
Yeah, me
Like,
too. He
Yeah.
played.
He played the shit out of it. I played a little bit of it. It's kind of like a strategy game. It's not quite my cup of tea. It's like the Fallout. It's like the Fallout, like I forget what it's called. What's that system where like you zoom in on someone and like you pinpoint where on their body you want to shoot, and it gives you like a percentage chance of like shooting them in that part of the body. XCOM is like a game based around that system, which
Yeah, I mean it's like tactics
Okay.
with like guns.
yeah.
actually,
I hear it's a good game. I don't know. I haven't played it.
I'm actually gonna put it here.
Sure, why not? All right, Eve. Um,
Spreadsheets
none
the
of us
video
have played
game.
that yet.
Spreadsheets the video game.
Whenever there's a giant fight in Eve, I do like reading about how many hundreds of thousands of dollars got destroyed.
Yeah,
Eve-
like,
Eve-
it's really cool conceptually. It's kind of like Bitcoin. It's like one of those things that's really cool, but like you could never just get like deep into it because you missed the bus. Um, like I don't know.
I actually did try to play it at one point. But
Yeah,
it's like the core gameplay mechanic is actually waiting. It's
Yeah.
like you click on something and then you wait. Like
yeah. It's about the real life like politics around the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. So
Um,
like I think Eve is the only game on this list where like after it's come out, it's made the news multiple times because like Halo or Final Fantasy might make the news. Oh, new Halo game came out. Here's all the people waiting in line. It's broke a bunch of sales. But Eve's the only game where it's just like, yo, like this in this 10-year-old game, like we just had a fucking like war that happened from like 3 a.m. to like 8 p.m. 3 days later, and we lost like billions of dollars, and it's on CNN. It's like CNN will report on that shit. Like
it is cool as shit. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
The fact that it's possible for all this stuff to happen in like cyberspace or whatever, it's like Eve Online like is like the fact that it exists. It makes our world sci-fi.
I would bump Mass Effect and put Eve as number 7.
Sure. Yeah, I would agree with that. Despite having never played it, it has had an effect on me because I just think it's cool. So like it deserves like some recognition.
And also the fact that we're doing this on a spreadsheet, we have to give the credit for.
There you go.
Sure.
I don't know. There's
Spreadsheet
some
the
stuff
game.
there. And
Alright.
so we got Destiny here.
Destiny is fucking sick. Like I like okay.
You
I
don't
don't
even
play
play
it.
it anymore.
I don't play it right now. I don't play it right now.
No, you
I
don't
want
even
to-
play it anymore.
Yeah.
It's done. You're never playing it again.
That's why I haven't bought the latest expansion, but that's okay. Like I just play Crucible and like I'm good. However,
Did you buy the Witch Queen or whatever?
I played the first 2 seasons of Witch Queen. I don't know. I like Destiny. I like what they're trying to do with it. I like the story. And like you can there's like a number of mechanics that you can stack that like break the game in a way that I haven't done since WoW, which is an amazing feeling to me. Like just you remember my one shot hammer build, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that shit was
It was
awesome.
fucking dumb. It's
It
fucking
was
dumb.
so stupid. It was so amazing and stupid. Like I love shit like that where you can just like stack a bunch of weird shit that no one ever does, and it just works. Like it's amazing. And then you see no one else ever do it, and it's like, oh my god, I'm like fucking sick. Until it just doesn't work, which is fine. I can accept that like it doesn't work in a lot of scenarios. In the same way that like I accepted that like playing Druid in a certain way didn't work in WoW. But like it gave me a really strong feeling that like I didn't like I haven't had since WoW. In breaking the game,
Yeah.
in a live setting, which is really cool to me. In addition to that, like the gunplay is really cool. Like the mechanics are really cool. I don't know. I really like the game.
I'm actually shocked, Nate. You never got into it.
Yeah, I mean it's my number one. It's my number one most played game on Steam. Like, and it's there for.
I think I'm actually just worried about the time sink because I did get very sucked into Halo. Although, in principle, I do have kind of an objection to it though because it's like Halo is like egalitarian, right? It's like when you spawn in Halo, it's like everybody's the same, right? So it's like, and then the different. To some degree, it's like I think RPG and RPG elements And multiplayer stuff like maybe shouldn't
I
be
mean,
So,
combined.
in Destiny, you could for sure time sync, but you could also play like it's like the initial leveling in WoW. Like when a new expansion comes out, you level your 10 levels. You could do that like in a fucking day if you want, and if you spend like fucking 20 hours that day playing, you could spend it over like 2 weeks doing it and go slower. So like once you do like your initial farm of Destiny, which is like maybe like I don't know 5 to 20 hours of gameplay, like you're not necessarily caught up with everyone, but you're like on the same page where you can do stuff with your friends fairly easily.
Hmm.
And you don't have like there's a bit of like weekly farming that you kind of you don't have to do, but again, like if you want to get your power level to where it needs to be to like do a bunch of solo stuff and three mans and stuff with your friends that you have to sync in. um
So I'm hearing a number 5 or maybe even a number
I probably
3,
I probably
4,
put it I probably put it in like the 3, 4, 5 area.
I think it's 2 for me.
2.
I wouldn't put it at 2. I'd be okay with 3.
I can settle for 3.
So better than Portal then?
Yeah.
I would say
Okay,
so
you
for
guys
sure.
both think better than Portal. Okay, so yeah, okay, then we can do 3.
um so I'm on my Steam friends list, and like I played pretty consistently for I think what 2 seasons, 3 seasons. Justin, I played with you
Yeah,
guys.
something like that. It was like 3
Um,
seasons.
it was probably like a year and a half. I played pretty
Yeah. I don't
consistently.
think you quite made it to a year, but it was pretty close.
So I have 330 hours of playtime. Let's say over the course of a year. It was a lot of fun, and like I could have done stuff a bit more efficiently, but that was about it. Matt has about 785 hours, and he played probably another like 8 months after me, and he played a lot more during the time that I was playing. Um, Lindsay has 530 hours. Scott has 115 hours. Justin has 1,050 hours, and Chris has close to 1,400 hours.
Yeah, I think it's my only 4-digit game on Steam anyway.
I,
I wonder what my highest playtime game in Steam is.
um, my
You can go to
only my only 4-digit game I think is uh is WoW.
Although sometimes I would leave games on my computer, so I don't know if all my playtime numbers are accurate. But all right, so I don't know. Yeah, that's cool. I kind of actually had this sense that people were just kind of killing time with this game, but I didn't realize they're doing it so much. I guess that makes sense.
Destiny was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Like I'm sure I can hop back into it and have fun some more, but I don't really like their season style. Um, I wish that they would figure out a better way to monetize their game. Um, but it's a lot of fun. Like at the time, I really wanted a shooter to play, and everyone was like, "Let's play Destiny." So I was like, "Okay," and it kind of worked out.
Mm.
Um, Nate,
Um,
I think you would really like the game if you ever wanted to play it.
I probably would. Yeah, I probably would.
Um,
So now we got Metroid. I never really played it, honestly.
Metroid was sick, dude. Metroid was sick. Metroid was another game that made its own genre, or like at least defined its genre, and made the Metroidvania genre. I would put it. I would put it either 5 or 6.
I don't want to
May-
put it above Portal, but
may-
I don't mind putting it at 6.
maybe you can put it below between Half Life and Star Wars, but Metroid was extremely important to gaming as a whole, and it's just a fucking great game.
What do you think about number 6 for Metroid?
I think it's below Half-Life.
Okay. Um, okay, so now we got Subnautica.
Never played it. Never gonna fucking play it. Fuck that game. No fucking shot. I'm ever touching that game.
I don't
Because
know.
like the jump scares and stuff, or like because of
Yeah,
the sensation of drowning.
scary as shit. Fuck that game.
I don't even know what Subnautica is.
It's just
I
a fucking scary game that you go play under the ocean.
Is it VR?
I think it supports VR, but most people play it as a traditional game.
So
You
yeah,
just
my
explore like the ocean monsters.
I'm not really sure what you're doing in the game. I just know there's a lot of creepy shit. Like, I
I
know
have
shit out of people. Like, I don't know.
I have a theory. I have a theory about how this game came to be, which is almost certainly wrong, but it makes sense to me. Um, so there's this music producer called No Such Thing, and he has this song that he made that somehow goes perfectly with this video that this like French diver guy made of him just like going into this. It's like this free diver that doesn't use gear. He just is really good at holding his breath, and he makes these videos of him just like diving, and but they make the videos artfully such that it's like this just abyss. He's just like going into this abyss and kind of like drifting down like in this like meditation pose, and somehow the song just goes like perfectly with this guy just going into this abyss, and the whole thing combined is just a serendipitous work of art where it's like this sea is like a metaphor for something, and I feel like somebody just saw this combination of this music video and this song, or it wasn't even a music video, it was just a video, and this song, it just became a music video. And then they decided to make a game out of it because the music in that game is like, to me, it seems very much inspired by that No Such Thing song. And playing the game, I just felt like I was in that video the whole time. And that video is just sick. So, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was very cool. I haven't even come close to beating it. It's very hard. And there's a lot of different dimensions to it. It's like there's base building, and you have to find resources, and it's hard to find the resources, and then you start like running out of time and stuff. Like the game's actually very hard. Like, anyway, so for me that would put it at number 6 because like I mean, I guess I'm going to say that for every game I like more than Half-Life, though. So,
I mean, I wouldn't put it so high. I never really played it, but I don't think it's as impactful as Eve. So I would just put it below Eve.
Fair assessment.
Fair enough. Right now we got BioShock. Was that already on there?
BioShock is already on there. StarCraft is not.
All right. So, unless StarCraft is one. So StarCraft had a pretty big impact on me actually.
I would appreciate if you can fix the formatting so StarCraft matches.
I tried. So what do? I do like delete formatting or something?
Just copy another one and paste it again and just.
See, this is what I tried, but it actually.
I think you can do Control /.
See, okay.
No, just copy System Shock and paste it in the cell below it, and then just change the name to StarCraft.
See, the thing is, I pasted in that font though. That's the thing.
Just highlight it and do Control /.
Like Control /?
Yeah. It just clears formatting.
I think it just needs to be a little bit bigger. Oh, and then there's a gray background.
While you fix that up, StarCraft again, another genre-defining game. The only game that's a national game, I think.
What?
Isn't that national game of South Korea?
Oh, national game. I thought you said actual game, and I'm like, what? It's actual games. What the fuck?
There's like vibes in this game. There's vibes and there's like good music, which I guess are really good hand in hand. But like, particularly with the first one, like all the themes and like the Terran theme in particular, like.
I just never really got super into it. Like I played the StarCraft 2 beta a lot. I did pretty well, but like I just never got into it. I liked like the orcs and the humans more of like Warcraft.
I think you guys can guess like where I would put this one.
I'm assuming you'd probably put it at number 2 or 3.
No, I'd put it at number 6 where I put like everything.
I would have assumed you put it higher than that. But
I really like all those other games. Oh well, I haven't played Destiny, but I really like Portal. I guess I could put it ahead of Portal. I don't necessarily like Portal more than StarCraft.
I put StarCraft at like 5, 6, 7 just because of how important it is, but I don't really care that much about it.
I don't know. Like StarCraft was one of the first games I played a shitload of. Like I think even before Halo. Like it was like I think Age of Empires 2 was my first RTS, and then I had a friend in middle school who I played a shitload of StarCraft with. And just like playing used map settings.
For me, the first RTS that I actually played was Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
I played other RTSs before that, but I was just derping around. But I actually played Warcraft 3 though. I would like Huntress Rush people.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a cool story. And then whenever StarCraft 2 came out, that kind of took over our life for a while. Like I think that was first like no, it wasn't a big ladder game, but it was a ladder game that I took pretty seriously.
let's do.
I would say,
Four?
man, like I spent like a solid 2 years just like watching every esport event around StarCraft. So
3?
it's either 3 or 4 for me.
I would just put it at
Three?
4 because I personally don't think it's as good as Destiny to me.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I kind of want to put it at 3. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So these are our canonical rankings of sci-fi games for on a very loose criteria of just whoever we feel like
Very loose.
for each one.
I actually find it funny that like we did rank some games that none of us have ever played over games that we have played.
I mean, given the extremely loose criteria, like we might as well like throw it on there or whatever. Like,
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. So, what is your most played game on Steam? Justin said his is Destiny 2 at almost 1,100 hours. Mine is PUBG at 604 hours. And let me see if
so how do you see that? Is there like some? How do you?
So go to games. Go to all your games.
Your games is library.
So if you go to games, make sure it's all of your games and not just your install games, and then you click the part that says all at the top, like the drop down. Then when you click all, there'll be an option to sort by, and you can sort by hours played.
Okay, you're gonna have to walk me through this. So
I think I can just see it on your profile. So let's see view profile. Let's see. Where do I see all your games?
Yeah.
Games.
Alternatively, you can sign into SteamDB and then look at your calculator for games.
Okay, Nate's playtime, games by playtime is The Sojourn. Never heard of it. At 356 hours. Yeah, 356 hours. Factorio at number 2 at 347 hours. I think, Justin, you also have like...
You have 300 hours Factorio?
Justin,
I did, guys. These are not reliable numbers. I just leave these games on.
Justin, don't you have like 500 hours on Factorio too?
No, I only have 140, which is inflated because I actually just left that game on a lot.
Nate has the Talos Principle at 303 hours.
That game is baller. That game should actually. Oh my god, that game should have been on this list. That game's so fucking cool.
Nate, Subnautica is only 275 hours for you. I'm honestly surprised Nate has so many hours played. I never see you on Steam.
Yeah, right? Like, is he set to invisible or something?
I don't know.
Am I even still friends with Nate? I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is cool. Nate, this game looks cool. This looks sci-fi as shit. Why wasn't this on the list?
I forgot, which doesn't speak well for it, I guess. But that game is so fucking cool. So that game, it's like a puzzle FPS game. Definitely like in the spirit of Portal. I'd say it's more similar to The Witness. But in terms of like the plot for that game is so cool. I actually love it. Like there's like religious. Basically, the plot of the game is that all the humans died, but before they died, they set up this giant supercomputer, and the supercomputer was just this huge set of trials to try to create like a real sentient AI, and that's what you're doing in the game. As you complete these puzzles, you're trying to like become sentient, and you see that there's other like versions of you, and it's like it's like an evolutionary algorithm. There's other versions of you, but like some of those are like villains and some of those are heroes, and then like some of the versions are like trying to help you, some of those are, and then there's this all this drama to like just whether or not it's possible to become sentient, and they explore all of it. And that game is, I love that game. It's like, I don't think the gameplay is quite as beautiful as like The Witness, but The Witness very notably just has no plot really. It's like missed, and the Talos Principle has like this very very cool plot. I love that game.
Very interesting. I even with all that being said, like in terms of time played on games, I still think my number one by a very substantial margin is going to be World of Warcraft.
I think I have literal years of playtime in that.
I don't think there's going to be a game that will ever surpass that in my lifetime.
No, like I'm too old to figure out. Like it's gonna be that one. I'm probably gonna go back to it soon. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Oh, why would I?
Why would you go back to WoW?
Because it's fun and other people are playing, and like I'll have a lot more free time soon.
WoW sucks.
That fun.
Like,
why is the free time increasing?
Separating.
Sorry?
I'm separating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Scott is on WoW right now. He's playing Lich King Classic, which, like, the classic things was a good idea, but I think, didn't they change them still?
They're slightly modified for some things, but mostly it's like the same.
Are you moving out?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mitro's actually playing right now. He's in fucking Alteric Valley in Erdar. Matt is playing and Zebrado is playing. Justin is online. Justin, we've been friends on BattleNet since 2011.
Only 2011?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
It looks like most of my oldest friends are BattleNet since 2011. So I think that's probably when the system migrated.
BC, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they changed BattleNet in like 2011 and add BattleNet friends. That's what it was. So yeah, we're friends since BattleNet came out, I think, basically.
Let's see. AM Nathan Epstein offline for 3 years. Sounds about right.
BattleNet?
Yeah.
Probably last time I was playing StarCraft.
I don't know. Like, I kind of like a game like WoW would be cool. It's not even about the free time. It's a little bit about the free time, but it's just like I want a game like Diablo, where you can kind of grind really quickly to late game, and then like it's just like you and like I don't know 3 to 6 friends and just go do like raids and shit. Like I want that. I want an MMO without any of the MMO parts. I just want the raiding. Justin, figure it out.
Just play WoW.
No, I don't want to play WoW.
Hey.
Like, even Destiny rating, I don't think, like, because you could go 0 to Destiny rating pretty quickly, but I just don't think Destiny rates are that great.
Yeah, they're okay. I think you need the tank experience. Like, I don't know. Like Destiny raids are like a completely different thing.
It would be kind of cool if there was like a raid concept for RTS games. There kind of is.
I think you would have actually, Nate, of all the Antlion champs, you might have enjoyed Destiny raiding the most, because most of the bosses are like little like, not, I wouldn't say puzzles. Actually they're all kind of like puzzles. You just have to like mob control and like hit the right thing at the right time, and like in some rooms sometimes it's like, oh, we have like group A have to go to like these shoots and like hit these things in this order while like group B controls the mobs outside. Or it's like, oh, you got to find like which boss is like the actual like the clone boss, and like you got to kill the clones and then like move like little balls from one area to the other. But in that's in theory. In practice, it's a clusterfuck, and it's kind of like clunky to raid in Destiny. But yeah, This was an interesting topic, Nate. Good job, buddy.
Good job, buddy.
All right.
I look forward to bread tier list soon.
We can do we can do bread tiers next time, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I will 1000% refute Injera bread as being anything below or above like C tier.
Injera is shit. It's awful. It's
Oh, yeah, I forgot you guys were completely.
I literally want to vomit every time I touch it.
I would put it at F tier, but I would be okay. I would be okay with it being like C minus tier.
Straight shit tier. Just straight.
So I got a 4-pack of croissants today because they didn't have single croissants in the morning. So I've just been kind of eating croissant all day. I feel like shit.
Because four croissants is like six of butter, man.
Yeah.
And just a little butter.
Like you gotta have like a French constitution to. You gotta be used to that kind of like that level of like butter and fat.
Why do they sell them in 4-packs only? Seems unreasonable.
On the bread note, let's sing us out, Nate.
All right. So this has been the ALCast. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. See ya.
Bye bye.